Hi everyone, this week you find us in Wyndham. We're at World Cup number 5. We've just travelled down from Canada, Mont St Anne, where we were last week. And we've set pits up and we've started doing practice. So let's go through the process of getting tubeless done with the Mavic rims and the Schwalbe tyres. So these 3 little bits are your tubeless valve. So we're just going to insert that into the rim. So I'll come to you. Find your hole, pull that in tight against the rim. Insert your rubber seal. Thumb that, insert rubber seal. Screw on locking nuts. And you should be able to do this tight enough by hand. You shouldn't need to use any pliers or any locking grips to get it that tight. Right, so with your valve in, you've got the tyre off on one side. So we're going to take a bottle of tyre sealant. This is normally enough of a size of a bottle. You can buy these in small little bottles to do 1 tyre. So 1 for front, 1 for rear. This is made by Schwalbe, which is the tyre brand we use. So this contains little micro particles that basically aid in sealing holes up to 1/4 of an inch. So, and just sealing it onto the rim. So, because we're going to use the whole bottle, basically just pour in. Before you pour, I should say, give the bottle a good shake to make sure all the micro particles that are inside the solution are in the solution and we're not just sitting at the bottom of the bottle. Right, so I'm going to put the tyre on now. You should be able to do this by hand. Always have a set of tyre levers just in case. You know, as you go around it gets tighter and tighter, and it should be a tight fit because you want the air to go in and not pop out too easily. So once you've got it on, make sure the valve is covered up by both sides of the tyre. Give it a bit of a spin just to get some sealant all over the place, and this will aid in basically when you're pumping up. So find your valve. There's a couple of ways of doing this. You can use a Mavic valve adapter, which basically screws onto the valve and converts it to a Schrader fitting, which you, obviously if you're in a garage or most air compressors have a Schrader type fitting on them. The way we do it, and it allows us to get air in a lot quicker, we take a valve cap key, and what we do is undo the actual valve itself, carefully back to one side, and that allows us air to shoot straight up the valve core centre. See, and what you need to listen for is those pops. Get your hand over that, and you'll see there's a bit of leakage, but you want to check around the whole tyre to make sure the bead is equal all the way around. So you're going to do both sides, and that little pop you heard was the tyre just popping onto the bead. So basically once it's popped a couple of times, just check it. You don't want to overinflate it because it can pop off and it's not nice. There's a large sound and a lot of mess. Taking your valve core and your key, you're going to basically get that screwed in. Nice and tight, not too tight, you want to be able to undo it in the future. And that is basically a tyre inflated. You know, sometimes it can take a little bit longer to do that. You need to spread a solution round. And even sometimes you can use either a soapy solution, washing up liquid, around the bead of a tyre between the tyre and the actual rim to aid it popping up quickly. And always then just give it a good wipe round afterwards, and any excess rubber solution is got rid of.